Wired sex columnist and author Regina Lynn will finally answer the age-old question, what came first, the internet or furries? Plus, we need guns. Lots of guns. Luckily, I have a connection on the inside, the director of Lord of War, Andrew Niccol. And we'll wrap up our 6-part series on the official military online game, America's Army, with some fishing. Now, grab a quick bite at the Snappy Snack Shack, because it's time for Attack of the Show!
Pick up on this.
Hey everybody, welcome to Attack of the Show. I've got Tina Wood here standing to my right.
Second day out of the entire week.
So exciting.
Yeah, it's so fun. Thanks for thank you so much.
Now, what
for
did you
sharing
do
the
to
stage.
Laura to get her out of the driver's seat here?
I just gave her money, actually.
Really?
She's very easy to be paid off. Hey, what's up?
Laura!
Money,
There
drugs,
you are.
money,
Yeah,
it's
whatever,
fine.
whatever.
I was tired. I figured I'd let Tina have. We're gonna sit on the couch.
What are you guys doing over there?
We're not telling.
Chatting.
Just chatting?
Yeah.
What you chatting about?
Catching up.
Stuff.
Well, my cycle has finally become in sync with the rest of the girls. So I was
It's
just,
weird how that happens, isn't it?
I know.
It's
Really
so
just-
weird.
Tomorrow we're gonna be so bitchy. Just watch.
I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait to find out what's happening with Jen and Brad from you later. It's
Yeah, I
gonna be
know.
Great.
I'm in the Aniston camp myself.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Do you see those T-shirts? Yeah. Forget about it. Okay.
Anyway, let's talk about stuff on the internet, Tina.
I love
what do
the
you
internet.
say?
I love it.
You know how Google kind of like runs the world and is going to take over and all that good stuff?
They at least own the world.
They
for
at least
sure.
own the world.
Yes.
Now they have a new sort of search engine little entity about blogging. So we can go to google.com. Oh, whoops, we're not. Oh, we're not at the blog one.
Oh, I
Gosh
meant to
darn
tell
it.
you that right
Tina,
before we started doing it, I was clicking around a
you
little bit.
suck so bad. Okay, we will now go to the Google
Sabotage.
blog search beta. So it's google.com/blog
Okay.
search. And let's just say we want to enter the blog of somebody really cool, such as myself. And once I hit search blogs here, gosh, is this Tuesday?
Oh, and so here it is,
Wednesday?
right here, the related blogs.
First related blog is Sarah Word, which is mine. Okay.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, but if you go back, stop this, Tina.
I can give you the
Stop
mouse
this.
on your side.
Well, yeah. So once you see my blog, you also see, variety of entries that I've done, but also blogs that reference me.
And this is just all the
If you're feeling very narcissistic, this is a great place to be.
find out what people are saying about you and that kind of stuff. So, so not only you, but you don't have to just Google Sarah Lane.
No,
You could even say Laura Foy if
you
you
could
wanted
say Laura
to.
Foy. It would come up with Laura Foy's blog. I tried to do you, and curiously enough, a lot
didn't
of
come up.
A lot of people talk about you. Your own site is buried somewhere. You need
It's
some
so
more
weird.
traffic.
I know I do, but
You
let me
need
show
some
you
more
what I
readers.
found. Can we move on to that?
Okay.
Okay, Rockstar. Been in the news a lot, the hot coffee
The
mod,
energy
right?
drink. Oh, no.
No, nor the TV show with an XS. On their front page, they've got this email from JT at Citizens United Negating Technology.org. Now, Jack Thompson is sort of the
Negating technology.
Miami attorney, anti-video game activist guy.
Sure.
So
We've made a
they're-
lot of fun of him on the show
Exactly.
already.
So Rockstar's saying maybe they're sort of claiming this is coming from Jack. It's basically a big viral marketing campaign.
So they're not saying, hey, Jack Thompson sent us an email. They're saying JT did infer whatever you...
Ambiguously, exactly. But then you go to Keep Off the Internet. Now, this is the actual site, Citizens United Negating Technology.org. Keep off the Internet. Citizens United. Yeah.
So if you say, hey, well, that's probably not a real group, and you go to the website, this actually comes up. So they've really done their research here.
Yeah, so if you're
knowing
into
that
the
people
whole
would-
viral marketing and that kind of stuff, but then you go to Game Politics, who loves to sort of talk about these kinds of things that are happening within the web industry and within gaming, you go up here and it's saying, Jack Thompson's really kind of pissed off about this. He's saying, this isn't me, this whole spam thing's kind of
So
happening.
Game Politics has like a quote from him going, I'm mad about this.
Yeah.
This is, it's using
I
my
would be
name in
mad
a negative
too.
way.
Except they're not using his name, they're calling it JT.
Which I thought was Justin Timberlake.
Which
When I hear JT, I'm thinking Justin Timberlake.
And their thing is a whole viral campaign because GTA, Liberty City Stories for the PSP, is coming out October 24th. So basically...
Interesting.
The timing couldn't be any... If you're into the whole viral marketing campaign and you'd like to see people go back and forth like sixth graders, check out Rockstar and GamePolitics.com.
Nice.
Super cool.
Yeah,
what
very
do you
cool.
have?
Well, finally, this is just sort of, it's kind of fun thing for us oldsters who remember life in
Well,
the late 80s.
Not quite, but I see what you're saying.
Sure, Tina. We'll just keep telling ourselves that you're younger than I am. At youcan'tmakeitup.blogspot.com. There's a fun little game here. Remember the show, the movie Heathers? It was sort of about a bunch of like really mean girls.
Yes.
They kill each other and stuff like that. Well, there was a nice character named Martha Dumptruck.
She was like notorious.
She wasn't really one of the cool girls, but she
Right.
was in the movie nonetheless. Well, she looks curiously like Andy Milonakis from the Andy Milonakis show, which is on MTV, where he's like a kid, but he's not really a kid
He's
in real
like
life.
Freddy.
Yeah, it's. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but they look a lot alike. So there's this game that you can play because it's often very hard to tell who is who.
Is this really the game you choose between Martha and Andy?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
It's actually pretty easy.
Don't-
Yeah,
it's
it's
not.
pretty easy
It's
game.
not
It is.
easy at all.
It's
In
pretty.
fact,
One's guy, one's a girl.
You know, at some point you got to feel bad for Martha.
Well-
Man. I mean, Martha's been through the ringer the last 20 years. You know what I'm
Brendan's
saying?
obviously been practicing, but I think for the rest
Plus,
of us,
her name is Dump Truck.
Martha
Give away.
Dumptruck.
Brendan's feisty over there today. All right,
It's a
well,
cycle.
I actually think
Like I
this,
said.
Aunt Flo's in town.
it would love to move on. Please, let's face it, you wouldn't watch this network if you didn't play the occasional game. So call and let's talk about it. The number's 1-800-839-7880. Do not ask for Brendan. And you can email us through our web forum or form at attackoftheshow.com.
Our web forum.
/ask us. And you can chat with us also. Boy, there's just way too many ways to
Yeah.
communicate with us.
We need friends.
We need friends. The IRC chat room at chatg4tv.com.
And let's face it, you wouldn't watch this network if you knew anything about sex. I mean, that's why we're
That's
here.
why-
To learn.
Yes.
Luckily, author Regina Lind will be here to discuss the ins and outs of sex. Pun so intended, it's not even funny.
It wasn't that funny.
I thought it was funny.
Well, our next guest is a columnist for Wired.com and has a brand new book out called The Sexual Revolution 2.0. It is my pleasure to welcome Regina Lind to the show. Regina,
Hi.
two girls sitting on a couch talking about sex. Can't get any better than that, can it?
No.
All right, Sexual Revolution 2.0. Tell me a little bit about the book.
A little bit about the book. Well, as I see it, technology has changed. Oh, let's just say everything
Okay.
about relationships. How
Yes.
we meet people,
Yes.
how we get to know each other, finding new facets of one another,
Yes.
researching porn, research for some of
Right.
us, etc. And some people find this very scary. So I wrote the book to say there are some scary aspects to this. A lot of things are not scary. Now, just a little note for people who might be worried that technology is replacing the human connection
Yeah,
of
because
sex.
I worry about that, like what you lose by not really knowing
Let me
people.
show you some.
Oh, I'm afraid
Okay.
you're going to bust
no,
out of
no,
the box.
no, don't be afraid. This
Okay.
is a modern piece of technology that has to do with sex.
Okay, and
right?
that would be a...
Can you hear that? I don't know if you can
It's
hear that.
vibrating. So I'm
Yes,
assuming that's a
it's an
vibrator.
object. This
A vibrating vibrator.
personal, it's
Okay.
a personal massager. This
Okay, great. I'm glad you brought these.
is a rock.
This is a rock.
This is a rock. This is
Okay.
a polished rock. It's a massage stone.
Okay.
It's to give you a nice massage, get in those little knots that
okay.
happen.
Okay, and now
$150, modern technology, waterproof, can go in the dishwasher, vibrates, runs on batteries. A rock.
God, technology is a wonderful thing,
Wow.
isn't it?
So, in reality, the human connection, sex, has not changed, but our tools are changing in really cool ways.
Now, let's talk about crazy fetishes. We know we hear about the furries and that kind of stuff. There's
Mm-hmm.
a stepping on cockroach sexual fetish and a balloon fetish. Now, is this something that existed before the internet, or is the internet sort of just glorifying it? And
Absolutely, it has existed before the internet. It's existed
Really?
forever.
explain furries to me. I
I
don't get it.
I can't. I get it. I actually think I'd like to be one, but I don't
Really?
have time. Furries, as I understand it, are people who enjoy pretending they are some kind of animal or a
Right.
human-animal hybrid of some sort, like a werewolf,
Okay.
and flirting.
And now is like flirting and
Having relationships,
and having
playing games.
relationships.
And I don't know that being a furry is necessarily related to sex. It's just
Right.
when I wrote about it for my column, I of course looked at the sexual aspect of this.
And that seems to be one of the most popular fetishes for sure.
It's definitely a popular kink, I think. The only reason that I would know how popular it is that it's on the internet and people who have this inclination have found each other. Just
Okay.
like lunars. Looners are people who enjoy using balloons.
Now,
in
balloons
sex.
for like you pop it and then you do it, or like what's the
Whatever turns you on.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, I'm a gamer. What are some games that you suggest for me to go on and maybe meet somebody and maybe begin a relationship like that?
You know, I don't really suggest that you go on and look for a relationship in a game. What I do know is that people who play online games of any kind,
Yes.
from puzzle pirates, where you're solving puzzles with and at each other, to actual adult games like Sociolatron, you are engaging in a shared imaginative experience with other people. You are able to see how smart they are, if they get your jokes, do you get their jokes, do you start flirting a little bit in or out of the game, etc. Relationships do sometimes arise from this.
So more than online dating, because you're going through, at least you're experiencing something
You're doing
together.
you have a common interest. You're doing something fun. You're not just sitting there going like, now I'm going to find someone to have sex with.
Well, here's my
You're playing a
question.
game.
How do you know you're a woman? How do you know he's a guy? How do you know you're chatting with a guy? You're playing and you see
Well,
him.
I can always tell.
Well, that's what
That's
they
not
say,
true.
right?
I guess you can't really tell 100%.
What are some clues?
But some clues would be,
Okay.
women tend to chat in full sentences.
Men don't.
Not always. And I don't know if it has to do with how we type.
Okay.
Or just personality. Other than that,
Asking questions
some of the
about
clues
pop
are you
culture,
asking
maybe?
questions, but things will come up. Women tend to say things like, correct me if I'm wrong, or
Okay.
this might be a dumb idea, but, and then they say it. Men tend to just say it.
So Ted, maybe a little bit more thorough, smarter. All right, you brought another toy with us, right? This is
Yes.
something that you can actually
This.
control over. It looks like a mouse or a phone or.
Yes, it clips, I don't know where the camera is exactly, but if you can
Yeah, just point it
show
up.
the
Yeah,
clip.
hold it right there.
It clips onto your belt. This goes wherever you want it. This vibrates.
Oh, that
But
goes.
you don't
okay.
just turn it on and have it vibrate.
Okay.
This responds to when you are getting a text message or a call or sending a text message or making a phone call on your cell phone. It picks up the radio frequencies.
So it's like a freak. Okay, and they will just, so you'd stick it in your pants and it would just vibrate while you're at work.
Yes, exactly. Go to a Hollywood party. Everyone's on the cell phone telling everyone, I'm at this Hollywood party. Guess who's here? This thing is not going to stop till the batteries wear out.
And you actually said that one might be broken. Is that from overuse?
I'm not saying.
All right. Eugenia, thank you so much. I totally
Thank you.
appreciate it. All right, you guys, you can read all about the tech of sex in Regina's book, The Sexual Revolution 2.0. It's in bookstores now. And visit attackoftheshow.com for links to Regina's Wired articles and more. And now that you're all hot and bothered, I surely am, we're going to take this opportunity to save you money. Frugality is next. Plus, why learn when to hold them and fold them when software can do it all for you? See you right here. Well, it's not exactly news that poker has blown up bigger than the guys who play it, and not just in casinos either. Online gambling is a huge business as well. So naturally, we just have to show you how to gain an unfair upper hand.
Well, I'm excited about this, Tina, because I like to play some Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, well, you're saying at Martin Sargent's house every once in a while.
Yes, we like to play, and I'm not very good.
Well,
so.
this is going to change all of that.
Yay!
Basically, what we have is a bot. Now, this bot down here is almost like a program that we downloaded that's going to give you statistics based on your hand. Now, up here, as you can see the table, we're actually playing a hand as we speak. This is a true, legit gambling poker site with real money.
And nobody knows that you've got this bot.
Nobody knows that you've got the bot. You have to have two separate computers. One is going to keep your bot and one is going to keep the game. If these casinos find out that you've got this bot and you're running it,
You're in deep doo-doo.
it's cheating.
Yeah.
It's technically cheating because there's no possible way that you and your not that you don't have a big brain, because I'm sure it's crazy big.
It's huge.
That you can have these statistics as quickly as a computer program can. So you definitely have to have
I see.
Exactly.
So it's giving you stats that you wouldn't necessarily have, like...
Exactly.
you know.
So as we're playing here, it's showing right now the dealer's got two aces. Down here, it's showing that I'm showing one pair. Oops, I just clicked on that. And it's also going to give my percentage. I got a 24% chance that I'm going to win this hand, and it continues to go up as more cards get dealt. Now, 25%, not that great. I probably wouldn't know without this bot that I had a 25% chance of winning.
Sure.
So you're playing the odds. Now, You're asking me something, right?
I'm asking you something. I don't know what I'm
You're
asking
asking
you.
me, will I win money? We want to know, am I
That,
really?
actually, that was my question.
Isn't that what it all comes
Why
down
would
to?
I do this otherwise,
How
Tina?
much cash are you going to walk away with? Well, short term, you're going to walk away with some cash because you're playing the odds, and odds are you're going to walk away with a little bit of money.
Okay. I like
but long
that. I like
term,
that.
the computer does not know when to say when. It doesn't know when to get up and walk away from the table.
Like, you're up to 200, leave.
You're up to 100, leave. So
It's
that's
just like,
the
well,
issue.
let's do it again.
Exactly. It just continues to go. Now, I actually have it running on automatic so that it's going to actually, whatever the odds show my best action is, the computer's going to actually do it for me.
Ah.
It's a good kind of a way to actually learn how to play poker.
You just sit back and watch yourself win for a little while.
Exactly. And this, we downloaded. I'm not going to tell you where it's from, but if you really want to get it, I'm sure you can find it. It's really not fair, but it is something that you can use.
It's really not fair, Tina.
It's completely cheating. And I don't recommend it, but it is out there if you really want it. And something like PC Anywhere can actually hide the bot from the casino so that the casino finds out you've got it, they're going to take all your cash, and you're losing either way.
So this
and
is
nobody likes to lose either way.
I don't like to lose. So it's a completely non-condoned way to win.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Don't you love that? So
Very much
cool.
so.
All right, for more info on the PokerBot, visit attackoftheshow.com.
All right, so you want to learn the ancient art of frugality? Then write this way, Grasshopper.
Frugality.
All right, Laura, what do you think? Ready to save some money today?
I am ready because apparently if I got the PokerBot, I will have lost quite a bit. So now I need to save. I'm
yes. Yeah, because we're not condoning the PokerBot. That's just
No.
something that thugs do.
This is the legal way to save your hard-earned dollars.
Absolutely. So let's start off here with a nice video card. It's actually the Connect 3D Radeon X700 Pro video card. Normally this guy runs for about $200, $79.99 at TigerDirect.com. How do you like that?
That's a great deal, and you know what? This is a great graphics card for gamers out there. You guys need this.
Gamers alike.
Yes.
$80.
$80.
Spend it wisely. Moving on now, we've got a headset. It's the Plantronics DSP400 USB and foldable stereo headset and software. Just over $40, about $40.94. Usually about $130.
Right, it's a good deal. Sometimes I'm playing my Xbox Live and I want to take my headset off, and I'm like, oh God, where am I going to put it?
Absolutely.
I wish it would fold. No, it does.
I can put it in my little pocket
Exactly.
on the go. This stuff is also cool if you're a Skype user or you know other VoIP programs where you need a good headset. You need to sound good. Sound quality is good. This is good. Plantronics makes good stuff. I use it for my phone.
And it's sleek looking.
And it's sleek looking, and
It's important.
Very iRobot type of thing. Okay, moving on here. Revenge of the Sith. On DVD, pre-order. Now stay with me, don't fall asleep yet, because this is only $15.79. Normally $30. Hey, it's a pretty big DVD.
That's
this is the kind of DVD.
I love Star Wars.
Oh my gosh, are you gonna start? Okay, we're not gonna box right now because you're my friend this week.
Okay.
It's Girls Week.
Monday,
girl
you
power.
and me, recess, playground.
You're so dead. And finally, for the tools that I will need to I don't know. I don't know
Crush my
what I
brain.
need tools for. I actually have a lot of tools. I just moved, and you need tools. You find out that you need things like screwdrivers and flathead and Allen wrenches and, and hammers.
I just moved too. You need wrenches and wire
You
cutters.
need all sorts of
with
things.
comfortable grips.
With comfortable grips, and you can get an entire set. Rubbermaid Tough Tools 6-piece set, $4. $4.
$4. That's the best of the frugality items I think.
I mean,
we've shown
I know
today.
so little about tools that I would pay $4 for like part of a hammer.
Like I'm at home using my boot, hammering pictures, trying to
totally.
use butter knives to
Who
unscrew
hasn't?
light switches.
Push
$4.
pins. $4.
You don't got to do that
for the whole
anymore.
set. It's freaking amazing.
Good job.
So, thank you.
I'll see you
Frugality
next
Rules.
week.
For links to all the deals, check out our show notes at attackoftheshow.com. I'm bigger than you think I am.
Yeah, I know you are. Hey, don't run off. I know where you sleep. The feed is mumbling to itself and chain smoking, which means it's about ready to go on. And we conclude our 6-part look deep inside America's Army. That's all coming up next. You set stuff up with that big joke there.
All right, you came back. I guess I owe Sarah $20. And if I got paid to do the show, I'd be able to give it to her. Oh, God.
Tina, you and me together.
But who cares? Because we still have your user createds on the way and a very special 21st birthday celebration.
All right.
You want to take some calls?
Let's take some calls
On
and see what
games?
people want to know about us. You know, they call into our show, but they never really get to just delve into us.
Whatever you guys want to know.
Let's hear. We got
All right.
Josh joining us on the phone from Hillsborough, New Hampshire. Thanks for joining us, Josh.
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
Good,
How are you?
I'm good.
That was
We
crazy.
hang out a lot. Too much, apparently. We're on the same cycle. Okay, what's your question?
What's the worst game you've had to play for your show?
Star Fox Adventures.
Tina, that game was good.
Star Fox.
Tina, that game
I don't
was
like
good.
Star Fox.
You fly around, you get to shoot people. That is a good game. Don't listen to Tina.
What's the worst? You
know,
like anything.
I hate most of the games that I play. I know. I think I'm a harsh critic.
are a harsh critic.
I really hated Geist.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of Dark Watch.
I hated Killer 7, but you liked
Killer 7 was good. Don't make me. Let's go to the next caller.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Let's go to the next caller. All right, next up we have Alex. Alex is joining us on the phone from Upland, California. Thanks for joining us, Alex.
You're welcome, I guess.
All
Okay.
right. What's your
All
question, Alex?
All right.
No problem, I guess.
If you could change the voice for any character in any video game, who would it be and why?
Oh,
I can do this. I can do this.
Oh, God.
Let me tell you, and the game is genius. It's Sly Cooper, the series, but there's a
Murray.
little toad named Bentley.
Oh,
who
Bentley.
talks like
That's
this,
who I was gonna
And he
say.
makes you feel like you're playing a children's
He's got the
game.
nasal
It's
thing.
really, really
You gotta
annoying.
go
But
in
the
there,
game is
Sly.
for adults, so I wish they would just kill that character.
Yeah, Bentley. I was going to say Murray, but Murray's, yeah.
Don't
it's
try to
Bentley.
play like you were on the Sly tip like I was.
All right, next caller.
All right, next up.
Who do we have?
Next up, we have Nick. Nick is joining us on the phone from Springfield, Tennessee. Nick, thanks for joining us.
Yes, I'm in.
How are you doing, Nick? What's up,
I'm
Tennessee?
doing good.
Go
Guys, thanks.
Vols.
Love
Woo.
your show every Friday.
Hey, thanks. Awesome.
Thanks.
What's your question?
Would you rather me buy the Xbox 360 or wait till the PS3 comes out and buy it?
Well, can't you buy both?
Okay, Moneybags, you can't even give Sarah $20.
All right, if you have to buy one, honestly, the true opinion at this point is to buy the PS3. That's what and I'm a huge Microsoft Xbox fan, but if you can only purchase one, I would hold off right now for the PS3.
I agree.
Okay.
That the games that I've seen running on the Xbox 360 look like Xbox games. So
Well, they look a little bit better than that. but don't
we
get me
were agreeing
started.
for a second.
All right, thanks for the call.
One more caller.
Phone
We've
calls.
got Ari. Ari's joining us on the phone from Ignacio, Colorado. Ari, how are you today?
Hey, kiddies.
Oh,
Hey,
what's
sweetie
up?
pie.
How are you? What's going on?
Call me.
All right, what's your question?
I was just wondering how many games you guys have beat.
How many games have you beaten?
Well, I've got like 760. You beat that one game.
You
That-
are
oh,
such
no.
a-
You know what? I don't like, this year was like Half-Life 2. I didn't Halo
Right.
2. A lot of the sequels. I'm not into beating every
This
game
year?
I play.
It's
for sure.
hard. It's hard. I've beaten about
Oh, you just beat something
6
last
this
week.
year. I beat Dark Watch,
Dark
even though I
Watch.
didn't like it. I beat it because I played it on co-op, but probably about 6. But you got to admit it's hard to beat the game.
have to play a lot
what
of
about you?
games.
How many games have you beaten?
That many? I agree. That's a lot.
None. I thought he knew what he was talking
Yeah,
about.
he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He thought it was cute, not you.
All right, you guys, take one blue book and pass it to the rest because it's time for the feed.
All right, according to CNN, a Washington Superior Court judge has finally allowed Google to hire former Microsoft Research VP Dr. Kai-Fu Lee after weeks of back and forth between Google and Microsoft. But Dr. Lee isn't entirely unshackled from the House of Gates. No, no, no. The judge also ruled that he misled Microsoft. He indeed misled them and took advantage of confidential information. So, when he joins Google, he's not allowed to use any information gleaned from his days at Microsoft to help him hire and train Google's new China branch. This, of course, will be regulated most likely through the honor system. So, Microsoft has to trust that the guy who misled them and took advantage of sensitive information will keep his mouth shut while all the way over in China. Any wonder Steve Ballmer's sweating? No, that's not actually entirely fair because Steve Ballmer gets sweaty and winded if he changes his mind too quickly. So, now, the person behind the infamous Paris Hilton cell phone hack has been uncovered and brought to justice. Oh, and he's only 17 years old. Wow. The Washington Post, which is refusing to reveal the boy's name or even his online alias, reports that the teenage Massachusetts native was responsible for posting revealing photos and celebrity contact numbers on the web after pulling them from Hilton's sidekick. He's also believed to be part of a larger ring responsible for a series of break-ins at LexisNexis. So he'll serve 11 months in a juvenile detention center, juvie, and then be barred from using a computer or a cell phone or any electronic device capable of accessing the internet for 2 years after his 18th birthday. Ouch. Hilton is no doubt relieved that he's been brought to justice, as are several marginal TV stars and a few troubled former child actors and at least one member of a now defunct boy band. Researchers are growing increasingly more concerned that our attachment to portable music players and cell phones is slowly making us all deaf. I said, could you, just for a second? This is important. Thanks. A story on Wired News points to disturbing evidence that continuous use of headphones on high volume are having damaging effects on young people's hearing. That sucks. Ringing, buzzing, trouble following conversations in noisy environments, all among the symptoms here. And doctors are now preaching moderation. They say listening to headphones for an hour a day at 60% volume is okay, but anything more, you're risking damage. So this is great news for you PSP users because that lame-ass battery life could save your ears. In related news, the first week sales of the iPod Nano have fallen way short of Apple's expectations. So maybe people are finally catching on to the harmful effects of these devices. No, we're just trying to make Apple feel better. Feel better, Apple. Now, speaking of Apple fanboys, sheep apparently are the next big TV craze, at least in Croatia. Hey, if you're anything other than static, you're a TV craze in Croatia, you know what I'm saying? Now, a new reality series actually being broadcast over the internet, not on TV, stars sheep instead of people. Sheep. You'll be able to tell the difference between this and a traditional reality series, of course, because one features dull, personality-free beasts who eat and crap and generally do nothing, and the other stars sheep. The winner of this series, and don't ask us how they win because we really have no idea, will have a poem written in its honor. Isn't that nice? Poetry, sheep herding. If this isn't the death rattle of reality TV, I don't know what is. Of course, I did say the same thing when they announced Joe Millionaire too, so what do I know? And that's it for the feed. Bah. Bah.
Good sheep. More like a America's Army draws in the hardcore gamer and the hardcore military personnel alike. So to wrap things up, we're going to focus on a guy who's a little bit of both.
My name's Eric Hansen, 35, United States Air Force. I'm an observer controller for a U.S. Air Force exercise. I help out teaching people contingency skills operations, convoy tactics, squad tactics. I've lived here in New Jersey since 1998. I like to go fishing, hunting. I haven't been hunting recently, but still like to fish. I've been a beta tester for America's Army for right around 2 years. Right now we're testing 2 new maps, SF Dockside and SF Extraction. They're really good maps, well designed. Being a beta tester it's a good opportunity. It's as fun as you make it, depending on how fast the test patches are given to us. You can be reinstalling and patching every other day. I play with a gaming group called First Veterans Battalion. It was started shortly after the initial release of the game by a few veterans that wanted a more mature atmosphere to play in, where people use tactics to play the game. Today, I think the battalion's over 300 people from all over the world. It's turned into a military community more than a gaming community. It's where veterans can come together and know that there's other people in this group that have lived the same life experiences as they have. Where will it be in the future? I don't know, but I can only see it getting better. Adding new features, adding new maps, it's getting better and better all the time.
All right, while I spend the next 2 minutes belching and playing football and generally reasserting my manhood, you prepare yourself for a user-created roundup and an inside look at Lord of War. That's all next.
Celebrating his birthday today, Star Trek's Walter Koenig.
All right, tomorrow we're trading in our assault rifles and our combat fatigues for glowing walking sticks and capes. I'm speaking, of course, of our imminent Verizon broadband battle. Yes, we're playing EverQuest 2 this week, everybody, which is one of those MMOs that imagines a fantasy world where nerds are strong and women are pantless. To register, go to our website and click on Join Our LAN Party. That's where you're going to get all the details and all the links to get yourself started and play with us. And we'll see you Thursday for the LAN Party. All right. Now, writer-director Andrew Niccol hasn't helmed a movie since 2002's Simone. Al Pacino, remember? So his fans have been anxiously awaiting his return, and now he's back. Guns blazing with Nicolas Cage in Lord of War. Guns, drugs, trafficking, Nicolas Cage. New drama Lord of War has it all. But why is writer-director Andrew Niccol, known for sci-fi thrillers like Gattaca and The Truman Show, telling this story?
I was just interested in this world of arms dealing and who are these guys who sell AK-47s like they're vacuum cleaners. Because they have an interesting moral code, these guys. We would say you're responsible for tens, thousands, hundreds of thousands of deaths. And they would say, I'm not responsible for any death because I never pulled the trigger.
It's that attitude that keeps our hero, Yuri Orlov, corrupt to the core. A character that Niccol created by researching real arms dealers.
I made the first sale. We're already in business.
We?
I need a partner.
To recreate the look of Monrovia, Liberia, Niccol's team shot on location in Cape Town, South Africa, where bringing weapons smuggling to life didn't need a whole lot of digital enhancement.
You know, in this kind of world, you would use replication, and you start with 4 tanks and you would just digitally replicate it. But I was in a place where there were so many tanks that I could line 50 up on a runway, and I didn't need to use digital effects, which is unusual.
Unusual and totally dangerous.
Well, I used an actual arms dealer's plane that had been running real guns into the Congo the week before I was filming it with fake guns. The plane actually crashed a month later in Uganda running some suspicious cargo. Dealing with real arms dealers, I guess, kept you on your toes.
And kind of makes video game villains look like amateurs.
I love a good comedy.
I know.
Really just get you right here.
You know, the thing about Nicolas Cage is that he can make, gun running seem funny.
He can. There's something I love about him. I think it's his voice,
I think it's his hairline.
Yeah, maybe it's his obscure lifestyle. I don't know what it is.
Anyway, Lord of War opens this Friday in theaters everywhere. Now, moving on, fold on the dotted line and insert tab B into slot T. It's time for User Created. Hooray! What? All right, so last week we wanted you to make some Attack of the Show themed drink coasters.
Fun.
We do this every week. You're so busy with your one-day-a-week show that you couldn't possibly have time for User Created, Tina.
Oh, I took your parking spot yesterday, by the way. That was me.
That was you?
Yes.
I hate you. All right, but you guys sent us in some really good ideas. Now, we're legally bound to show you all the best. Now, we knew that some sack coasters were on their way, so here's Brian Murlock's simple and elegant design. By the way, it's also the least tasteless product in the sack line. So
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching it.
I touched it.
You're trying to make me
It's
go
delicious and nutritious.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Rob Rowan anticipates the opening of the Feed Barn Grill. I appreciate that, Feed Barn Grill. In fact, I think it's a really good addition to the set. He gave us these coasters to highlight the specials. So, try our delicious calamari dumasi.
Oh, I love that. Open 24/7.
Metroid Prime Rib, Tina. And Dance Dance Ravioli.
Oh, Dance Dance Ravioli. It doesn't get any better than
It really
that.
doesn't. But it does, actually, because Joshua Gilmore claims to have found an easy way to decide between co-host potentials. These guest hosts that we've been having. So we've got Drinking and Fighting, the Brooklyn Bruiser versus the Striking Viking. That's, of course, Anthony Carboni and Nar Williams, two of our co-host hopefuls.
And these are real coasters.
They're great.
I'm flipping them like a coaster.
That was pretty good.
That was great.
Can you do that again?
No, I'll never be able to do it again.
Okay, all right. Brian Demandby photoshopped us the official coaster of AOTS Ale. Thank you very much. Showing our gentleman friends in very exciting outdoor action poses. Sean Beatty even made it in there.
Where's the X-Files of coasters? Did people send in nude stuff, or you guys riding horses naked or something? No.
Tina.
Maybe they just do that to our show.
Bar coasters, Tina. Bar coasters.
Okay, my bad. Sorry.
Naked X-Files? Not really on this show. Thanks.
All right, but hey, what do we have?
Thanks to everybody who submitted. Lots of you submitted. We love them all. Now, a nice collection of timeless, classy coasters from our new bar in Santa Monica. And we've
Get yourself a coaster.
We've got lots of good stuff. Get yourself a coaster today.
No naked horseback riding, though. So
what are you
boring.
talking about?
Okay, go ahead.
Do people ride naked horseback on your show?
I don't know. I just thought it was a live show. Let me roll with it, girl.
Tune in on Fridays. Now, do you see that little red light on your dashboard? That means it's time for your next user-created assignment. You ready?
Yeah, what is it?
Are you going to play?
Yeah, totally. Ready?
All right, I'm going to hold you to it.
Okay.
All right, we want you to make us an attack of the show drink label. So it's this whole drinking theme. It's so easy for us. And you thought I was kidding when I said we were opening a bar. I'm not kidding at all. This is my life.
I'm going to send it in. Naked horseback riding.
Cool.
I'm going to get it in.
That's kind of fun.
Okay.
Naked horseback ale. Naked horseback lager. Be sure to get your entries in as soon as you can, please.
Yes, good luck and have fun. We'll take a look at the winning entries next week. Well, I won't be here, so you're going to actually have to take a look.
Yeah.
Now tell your mom not to wait up, because when we come back, we're celebrating a very special 21st birthday.
21st, beer,
Yay.
get it?
And I just turned 22, so it's so
Oh,
cool.
you...
User Created is brought to you by Burger King, who remind you to have it your way.
On the next attack of the show, Street Fighter champion Tamara Katapu will challenge the notion that girls can't whoop ass as well as boys. Plus, I visited the set of the new Alien Invasion series Threshold and uncovered shocking truths about how TV shows are made. And game designer American McGee is here to talk about what it's like giving gamers nightmares. That's the next attack of the show. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, now what would you do if your friends dropped the ball on your birthday year after year after year? Our next guest took matters into her own hands. Please welcome Christy Capella. Christy, all right, so you obviously have some experience with eBay. A lot of people auction off some weird things on eBay. You auctioned off your 21st birthday, which is today, by the way.
Exactly.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
So why would you auction off your 21st birthday? Have they all been that bad?
I gave up after like my 18th birthday, which was like a huge milestone birthday.
Sure. You're 18, you can vote.
Oh yeah.
Big deal.
For some people.
For some people. So what was going on? How were they dropping the ball year after year?
It was just little things like somebody would ask somebody what to get me and it would be the complete wrong thing.
Where you're like, you're my friend, you should know.
Exactly.
I hate roses or something like that.
I got a table full of them. But anyways.
Sure. So year after year, you were disappointed.
Exactly.
So when did you think to yourself, all right, I'm going to do something. 21 is coming up. This is a big deal. You know, everybody knows what 21's all about. It's about, 4 more years so you can rent a car.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
That's all it's about.
And when did you decide, all right, I'm going to auction off on eBay and see what I get?
When people started suggesting what I should do for my 21st birthday, scared me right away, and I said, that's it.
What were they suggesting? What kind of friends are you dealing with here?
Obviously not very good ones.
Obviously not. So what were some suggestions that you were getting where you're like, no, I'm not doing that for 21?
I was suggested Vegas, and
Vegas isn't your thing?
No, don't want to get drunk and have the drive-through chapels or anything like that around me.
I know. When you get drunk on 21, most people get married.
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing. So yeah, it's good to stay away from that. Anything else?
Just like the local scene.
Sure.
Which, yeah. If you're from where I'm from, no.
All right, I get it. So it turns out we should tell everybody at home what we did was we actually bought your birthday.
Yeah.
Somebody from the show found your auction on eBay because of course we have our weekly It Came From eBay segment on the show where we try to find crazy auctions, and we found yours and we thought, we should win this auction. So we did.
Yeah.
Do you recall how much we paid for your birthday?
I think it was like 177.
Well, that's not enough. That is
No.
absolutely not enough. But we won, and so here you are, and we're actually going to take you out for your birthday tonight.
Exactly.
It's so weird. I mean, what did you think when we first called you and said, hey, we're at this television show?
I honestly thought it was a geek.
Did you think it was one of those
'cause
awful friends of yours?
No.
You just thought it was somebody, I'm from a television show? But it really
basically.
was? Yeah.
Yeah, and plus, since it was featured on here, I had a bunch of geeks emailing me. It was great.
Did you have like a lot of people? Did you have any really weird, freaky people auctioning for your birthday?
Yeah,
Did
there
you
was
get
a
lot
guy
of,
from Texas that was pretty creepy. I had to like block his ID thing.
like, you're not gonna win me.
You're not allowed.
You're not gonna be part of my birthday. All right, so we're gonna take you out tonight. 21st birthday. This is a big deal. What are you gonna order first? Because we are going to a bar. That's what we do here on the show.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I don't drink.
Well, the nice thing about it is that a lot of people from our staff are going to be there. You know, I'm going to be there. Brendan's going to be there. You stay away from him. He is trouble.
Yeah.
So whatever he gives you, just pour it out and say, thank you very much, sir. So it should be really fun. We're looking forward to it. And then we're going to show what happened on the show tomorrow. So hopefully everybody will keep their pants on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christy's like, I don't want to do this at all. Now, don't go auctioning off your parents' wedding anniversary party just yet, because we'll be doing that email and that chat business when we come back. All right. You ready?
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
So we didn't actually get a chance to show you the actual winning user-created coasters because we're silly. So here are the actual vintage coasters submitted by a very wonderful viewer. Brendan's holding them here. Is that Pereira?
That's
Sort of
Kevin
in
and
a,
some
Great.
unnamed person in a sci-fi type of
Maybe the new co-host.
something.
Okay. Well, what's the next one?
The next one is ooh la la.
That's me.
Sarah.
I look so tall.
It's Sarah
Look at the like distance between my hips and my knees. If only.
The distance between your waist and your ass really is with those large.
Okay.
All right,
And finally,
coaster.
picture
finally-
of myself
Holding a fish.
with a lei
cute.
and a fish and some weird
You guys have a lot of
luau
fun
type
here.
thing.
So-
Very, very nicely
Nicely
well done coaster.
Very well
Nicely
done.
done. And congratulations to everybody who played in User Created this week. Okay, so should we get to
Let's
IRC
get
chat? Okay, let's take some chats and let's do it right, you guys. If the hosts could each have their own bling and chain, what would they have on the medallion? That's one Boricua.
That's a good one.
That's a great one. I have no idea.
I don't even understand what a bling and chain
like
is.
like a big Mercedes sign back in the 80s.
Oh, I'd have a clock like Flavor Flav.
I would have a flux
What do you
capacitor
got?
so I could go back in time and auction off my 21st birthday.
I just have a
Because
thing
I don't
filled with
remember
money.
mine.
I had a big picture of myself.
Yeah, exactly.
About like the size of my head. Just another one right down
You
there.
actually
And
have
like
it in
ask people
this.
like which one do you think's the real one?
Or I could do that.
Okay, moving on.
Good question.
Yeah.
Sergeant AJJ asks, how does Brendan feel about being surrounded by women for the first time?
Yeah, Brendan, for the first time ever.
Ever.
Aroused. A little
Okay.
nervous. A little scared. Really scared.
Okay, yeah, clearly. Live Wires wants to know, why do you girls always wear those pointy shoes?
Height. It's for the height.
Stop it, Tina. He means pointy in the front.
I know, but
That's not for height.
no, but the taller they are, the pointier they are. Don't you ever notice that when you go to the store?
Hey, mine are just as tall.
No,
I've
sister,
got a
they're
nice
not.
round toe
I hate
here.
to tell you.
I wear them to make Brendan scared.
They're very dangerous.
Yeah.
There we go.
They're very, very threatening.
Well, see,
You don't
the
mess with a girl with the pointy shoes.
No, because you say one thing and swat.
You point it right.
Okay,
you
let's
don't wanna
stop.
try it.
Let's all stop kidding around.
All right, yeah. Just cross your legs.
All
You'll be
right.
fine. Boone Skank wants to know, for all the girls, what's the weirdest thing a fan has ever said or done to you?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, not at all.
Yes.
But
What if we liked it?
I want to know. How about marriage proposals? We ever get any of those?
that's not that weird.
Yeah, I did
That's
have a guy
kinda
at E3 came up to me and said he went to Africa and he drove up from San Diego and he gave me a little elephant and he just said, I want you to know I went to Africa and I got you an elephant. And I said, are you staying from E3? And he said, no, I'm just going back home now. And he got in his car and drove and left me a little elephant.
That's nice.
That's a long way to go.
I had
Very
a guy
nice.
who sent me cash. I loved him, by the way.
Yeah.
Feel free. No.
Cash, like a little
cash.
What'd you do to earn it, though?
I'm just being a good television responsible host.
Oh, isn't that nice? I've never gotten anything weird or strange.
Oh,
Most
oh,
people
now
just,
you will.
just ignore me.
Yeah.
Go to
too-
AOTS.com.
Too bad. Okay, ageless underscore stranger wants to know, if you could wipe one game from the face of this earth, what would it be? Halo!
Oh, you're terrible.
Why? Doesn't everybody love Halo and worship Halo and think Halo's the best thing since sliced bread?
Yeah, don't you? It would
No.
be the Final Fantasy series.
Oh, good call, Tina. Right there. Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
Final
This
Fantasy.
is like this gamer
I
talk.
don't like tennis games. So if we could just wipe those
Virtua
away.
tennis?
Just tennis in general.
That is the origin of video games. That is Pong 3D.
Yeah.
Is there like
You're
a NASCAR
basically
game out
crushing
there?
my world.
Is there a NASCAR game out there?
Yeah, NASCAR.
Then I want
That's
that
fun.
gone.
Really?
I don't like
You don't like
NASCAR.
going in circles?
Not at all. It's very noisy. Stop the cars.
You can turn the volume down.
You are alienating an entire population of the United
I'm
States.
sorry, everybody. I know the biggest
This
sport
is why
in the
you don't
world.
guest host our show.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Screw you guys.
was hers. It was fun.
Iceworm wants to know, Laurentina,
Yeah.
have you watched the leak of Final Fantasy VII Advent Children? And if so, what'd you think?
We didn't watch
Who cares?
it. Yeah,
Clearly,
it was
don't
Final
care.
Fantasy.
All right, well, great.
It's
Thanks
Final
for
We're
Fantasy.
here to attack the show.
Make it final already. Make it a fantasy.
All right, we're
Oh.
done. It's time to stop talking, everybody. Thanks to our guests,
Oh.
Regina Lynn and Christy Capella. It's good to see you both.
Thank you for the
Okay,
coasters.
bye.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for the really
Bye.
in-depth.